Welcome back to MRTV, your YouTube channel all about VR and AR. And today with a new live stream and with a new board meeting together with Sebastian Ang. Hey,
Oh yeah,
how are you
great.
doing?
Yeah, I'm very happy that you said my name correctly. I'm super happy to be here for this board meeting. Exciting as always. We are talking internally about VR stuff, about stuff that happened, just you and me. And thinking about the direction for MRTV to talk about all the exciting stuff. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it because lots of stuff has happened, right? We heard from Meta about the Quest Pro and about lots of other things, and we need to talk about it definitely, and also some other interesting developments in the industry. Yes, so
Exactly. And also with me tonight in the board meeting. So the team MRTV is
Just want
talking
to
to
say-
each other just internally, not official here, not online, but yes, you can hear what we will say about the MetaQuest Pro and the Pico 4 and how they will change the market maybe in the future.
Right. I just want to introduce you, also with you, Marco Budde.
Yes,
Yes.
that's German.
Two
Okay.
German people talking about VR with the most beautiful accent in the world. Great.
I like it.
I like it too. I do believe people can still understand us even though we don't speak perfectly. But actually, yesterday or the day before yesterday, I had a comment, and the comment said like, "Oh, who is this foreign-sounding dude?"
Really?
So, okay, all right. Yeah, well, anyways, it's okay. Sometimes.
But I feel the opposite, as not everyone who is watching English YouTube videos is a native English speaker.
You're right,
So,
and they can understand us better, perhaps.
Exactly. Yeah. So maybe it's the best compromise for everyone in the world here.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Nice.
Exactly.
Okay. So Sebastian,
Yes.
yesterday we watched the Meta Connect live here on YouTube on the German channel, and the people ask why what we think about the Quest Pro. And yes, now tonight we will talk about it here in our board
Yeah.
meeting. So what is your opinion about the Quest Pro? What is that hilarious price, in my opinion, and this this record battery life of the controllers? Of
Yeah,
how many hours?
1 to 2 hours. That's
Wow.
what we heard from. That's what we heard from the hands-on videos. In the hands-on videos, it was said that the people who showed those controllers to the people who had hands-on, they said like, okay, the controllers, they will last as long as the headset, right? And the headset lasts like 2 hours. So according to chat, some people say that actually it is more like 3 hour-ish, 3 or 4 hours. So that would be a bit better, but still it is kind of short. Yeah,
It's too short.
as compared to the never-ending battery life that people are used to from the Oculus Touch controllers. So actually for me, that was the bummer of the headset, together of course with the price. But we knew already that it's going to be expensive. We knew that it's not really focused on gamers, but still it felt like, it really felt like a disappointment to have the headset there, which lasts like 1 to 2 hours. And then, especially on top of that it does not have quick charge. So you use it for 1 or 2 hours, and then you put it back to that cradle, to that charging dock, and there it will need another 2 hours to charge, and then you can use it again wirelessly. Of course, you can always use it wired with a power cable, but then you have a wireless headset which is wired, which is weird.
Without a display port.
Why?
wire.
Yeah, exactly. No display port.
So I mean, when there's a reason for a wire, like the display port, like the native PCVR resolution and quality, and for me, in my opinion, the business they need a good quality when they want to design something in VR. It should be
Right.
in nice quality and not little with edge flickering. You show the specs here.
Yeah,
Yes.
right.
And so this is very, very disappointing. Yes, and when you can use a power bank for the Quest Pro, of course, maybe this is okay for me. That this would be okay, but in my opinion, that makes no sense because you cannot wire the controllers. So when you use the
Strange.
wire for your HMD to power it up after the battery is dead, then your controller's always also dead. So it doesn't make any sense to wire the headset here.
This is really strange. And then I was really surprised about the displays. We had heard these rumors, okay, the Quest Pro has 2160 by 2160 pixels per eye, just like the $399 Pico 4.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a guess that it's going to be $399 and that is coming to the US, a guess. But like this kind of price, right? So this is like, strange. And especially for the Quest Pro, which is geared towards productivity, where you have these three screens, the virtual screens, which I love that thing, that you have virtual screens. You know, Marco, I told you that I love this Immersed app, right, where you have these kind of screens. And that you can have this now with 3 screens in work rooms is great. But then I want to have more resolution. And yes, we heard that this looks better thanks to the pancake lenses, but pancake lenses and a higher res display would have even looked better. It would have made so much sense to have it. So yeah, that's why for the resolution, I am quite bummed about it. Of course, I'm looking forward to find out like how good it will really look, but yeah, I expected a bit more.
But to be honest, the display resolution is okay as there's no display port on the device. So I mean, the XR2 chip is not capable of showing pixels beyond this display resolution, to be honest.
Right.
I mean,
but
even now, the Quest 2 is not capable of showing the native resolution of the headset.
You're right. You're absolutely right. But then there's still something like streaming, and with virtual desktop, you can choose that high render resolution of Ultra, and it does look kind of sexy. To have it on this
only
Ultra.
the Pico 4 looks sexy. In my opinion, the Quest 2 was not enough.
Okay.
I mean the display. I mean the streaming quality.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, I think we're all quite bummed about the headset, about this part, about the controller battery life and the headset battery life, and that doesn't have quick charge. And the problem that I see is the lack of product market fit. It's so important for products, obviously, to have this product market fit so that they will sell well. And the Quest 2, oh my goodness, the perfect product market fit, because people wanted to play games in VR. They wanted to do this like without friction, and they wanted to do this without a gaming PC. I mean, most people, not us, obviously. And they wanted to do this cheap. And that is exactly what the Quest 2 delivered. And that's why it flew off the shelves, and it's still flying off the shelves. For this device, 1,800 euros here in Europe, $1,500 in the States. Well, it is too expensive for most gamers. And because of the battery life, well, most gamers are not going to pick this up. I really don't think people are going to do this. The question is does this have the perfect product market fit for businesses? And even here, I'm not too sure. Like something like the HoloLens, it was great, but it seems like it failed, right? Microsoft even kind of handed it to Meta yesterday with making all these apps compatible with the Quest Pro, right? So it felt like, okay, here it is, you make it now. The HoloLens is dead. It felt like this. Who knows? But then having this 1 to 2 hour battery life for a situation where people will work much longer and where they have longer sessions, it feels like this might not be the perfect product market fit. So from my gut feeling, it feels like there's no companies who said like yesterday, wow, I'm going to buy 1,000 pieces for all of our employees. What is your feeling about it?
In my opinion, I like that they have the collaboration here with Microsoft. So
Yes.
this is a key step to a key thing to step to make a step into the business market. Microsoft is the focus. They are the business market, in my opinion. Companies use Microsoft 365. They use things like Teams and so on. So in my opinion, this was nice. But when I asked myself, is this something I would work with? I would work every day. I would work on my normal office job, maybe. I don't know. But then you asked, okay, this is not for the normal office employee. Okay, employer, but employee. But, yes,
Right.
but for whom is this? I mean, they are only for designers, only for someone who is designing a car or a shoe, like we saw in the presentation. For
Yeah.
me, this is nothing where a company will have global leadership in a product to have something such a niche. I mean, the value with the XR3 headset. This is a high-end headset for those
Design cases.
design case exactly,
Yeah.
because they have a great quality, an excellent pass-through cameras, and everything is high-end, and this is what they need. They have thousands of dollars displays because they need this color accuracy and
Right.
this high resolution. So why would they use a device like the Quest Pro for things like this with a compressed image? For me, it does
And it
not
ta-
make any sense. And
And they can only use it for 1 to 2 hours.
yes, exactly.
Really, that's it.
I just
and-
forgot it again.
And for the others, for normal office workers who don't do CAD models, right? Like in your case, you told me before, you are using Microsoft Teams like on a daily basis to meet your clients, to meet your
Exactly.
coworkers,
Yeah, yeah.
and that works well. Could you believe that your employer will give all of you now this headset? And do you think it would work?
Never. They would never do this because there's not a benefit from it. There's not a benefit. This is just a $1,500 invest, but nothing they can earn from it after they spend this money. Okay, this is okay for me. I mean, there's no benefit. I would like to do that, of course, because I'm an
Yeah.
enthusiast. I would
We
like
love
to
this stuff, obviously.
of course, but I could never imagine to explain my colleagues how they have to join the Teams meeting now because it's super complicated. We just tried to bring the MRTV internal team meeting to Horizon Workrooms. As I've said, hey team, we are YouTube channel. Why is our meeting not in VR? Okay, yes, let's try it. It was so horrible. I mean, in past videos we have tested it. It was nice. It was a cool experience. But when we try to do it seriously, when the time is running, when we have an appointment on 8 o'clock to meet each other, then it has to work. But it didn't. It was
Exactly.
just a mess. And
we are like VR
Exactly.
enthusiasts. And for us, it
Exactly.
was a mess.
Yeah.
For 3 people who wanted to meet, it was bad.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I had hoped that this is maybe a prosumer headset, and maybe it is a prosumer headset. I mean, you can definitely, and I hope so. You can play Quest 2 games better on the Quest Pro. I would think so, but I don't know. We will see on MRTV here. But
Exactly. I bought the device.
this is great. We want
Yeah,
to
this
know
is great,
if
and not for more-
this is something
not for
for
money.
enthusiasts, maybe.
Yeah.
Yes, but it doesn't worth it. It does not worth it, to be honest.
It feels like it. It does feel like it. When I clicked on the buy button, I had a strange feeling about it. Yeah, so have to see how that goes. I don't know. I hope when I receive it, it's going to blow me away. It happens sometimes when I'm excited. That's really amazing. If the headset is really amazing, of course, I will say it. But always there is in the back of my head, okay, but this costs 1,800. You know, for the Pico 4, for example, it is a great experience and it is so cheap.
Exactly.
This is like the same feeling that we had with the Quest 2, right? Like 2 years ago. It's like, what? the VR experience is so good and it's cheap. So yeah. So wow, this is truly interesting. So this time probably it's going to be good, but feeling is always in the head. Okay, but this is also an expensive headset. Thanks, Norman, for the super chat. This is amazing.
Thank you. So you say we would use this in our office to completely remove our rent cost center. Okay, what does that mean?
He means like you don't need an office anymore because your office in VR. But yeah, you don't need an office. You can work at home with a cheap laptop and meet in Teams too. You also don't need an office, right?
Yes, but maybe it's not. Maybe they need to see each other, even
Could be.
that they don't see the real persons of each other.
Right. Probably they need to run around some 3D models and go to the whiteboard. But there are great whiteboard apps on the web as well. This does work as well on the 2D web. Yeah, anyways, but probably this is just like a gateway headset to much better headsets. Obviously it is, right? Obviously it is. Meta has the future in mind. And of course you have to start somewhere. And probably this somewhere is now. What are your thoughts about that, Marco?
This is an important question, as companies in the past failed with products when they were too early with the product on the market.
Okay.
Like, I mean, for me, Stadia was too early. Now it's dead.
Yeah, that's a whole other topic, which is very sad. Yeah,
it is. I'm very sad about it. But I like it that I will get my money back.
Yeah, that is a good part. That is a really good part of it. Yeah.
Yes, other ideas from the past. To be honest, there are not many examples now in my head, but I know that in the past there were products too early on the market. So I don't know if this is now the right time. I mean, in the Metaverse keynote yesterday, they have opened the Metaverse to the flat screens.
Yeah.
I just could not believe it, to be honest, when I heard that. Yes, because, I mean, the whole thing of the Metaverse, in my opinion, is that
you are in the Metaverse.
In the Metaverse, yes. So now you are like 20 years ago in Second Life.
Yeah.
With comic avatars.
Exactly.
And
that's
when you see the comic avatars on the flat screen, this is also a whole new story. I mean, when the performance is limited with VR headsets, standalone headsets, and so on, this is something which people can understand. But when we see those massively multiplayer online roleplay games outside there, which with a great graphic and so on, and then we see those comic graphic quality in the Metaverse on the flat screen. I don't know if this is the right move from Meta, to be honest.
I have no idea about it. I also find it a bit strange. For products that were too early, for sure there were some. I still simply hope that it's just the first try to get to this amazing headset that really gives everyone value, right? Not just the businesses, but also like the headset that will make our screens go away, because we just were some glasses that look like your glasses or my glasses, something like this, and nobody needs to have physical screens because we just make this, right? And this might be like the first headset in a series of headset that goes there. So,
but the
they
first
are more looking
computer
into the future.
screen, the first computer screen, it was
Yeah.
powered. There was no power limitation in terms of battery life.
Yeah.
So what? Just imagine if the first computer screen was limited to 2 hours and your keyboard ran out of battery after 2 hours, and then you had to
that would be
wait.
bad. That's definitely it's strange. It's
So-
definitely, I feel the same way. I feel like we talked about this before, and let's say it again. Like it feels like before Meta did everything right with VR. They were just winning,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, every
Just
decision, like,
everything.
yes, win.
With every new update, the headset feels like, okay, now I have I don't know, a fourth speaker, a third and fourth speaker, 120 hertz refresh rate update.
It just got better. Wow, it's hand tracking. It's just like, wow, everything is just amazing that they did. Okay, the forced
it was-
Facebook login, no, but
this
the other
was
decision.
with the start, yes, of the Quest 2, yeah.
Yeah, right. So, but now it feels like, there's a little bit of a, sour aftertaste. I'm not sure if you say this in English, but it feels like, So the headset, okay, not for us, got it. But businesses, are they going to be excited about it? Also not so sure. Product market fit, not so sure. I have to find out how well that goes. But also on the gaming side, right? There was a section about gaming. And, well, we heard about Behemoth, okay, might be like a game that's also on other platforms. We heard about Among Us, yes, interesting, $10, nice. But we didn't hear about GTA. And for me, that felt bad. It feels like GTA is dead. What are your thoughts?
First, my thoughts are on Uwe VR. Thank you for your super chat.
Thank
you
you
have
so
a
much.
Quest, so I'm out. Great. Yes, of course. And Desitronic also super chat. Thank you. The Unreal Air is a real monitor replacement option.
Oh.
Oh yes.
It is on the way to the MRTV headquarters. I didn't tell you yet, Marco.
Ah, nice. Okay. What's
coming.
the difference between the Unreal Light and the Unreal Air?
The Unreal Light that we had looked at before, it tried to do some AR stuff. But this one, no. This is just light glasses, which just give you a great screen.
With like a Rocket Air?
Yep, it's a bit like this, yes.
What's the difference?
But it looks better. The screen is supposed to be bigger, and people hook it up to the Steam Deck and they love it.
Okay. So they had the idea from MRTV.
Exactly. And it's supposed to even have a bigger screen than the Rocket Air. So bigger. The Rocket Air was just okay, right? But yeah, anyways.
120
inch.
inch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, anyways,
really.
Let's go back to GDA. Your
Yeah,
thoughts,
okay,
Marco.
my thoughts.
You really want this game. Like every meeting that we have, it feels like you want to ask me, Sebastian, what's with GDA? Give me the keys now, finally.
I'm just in Team MRTV to get
That's the
GTA.
reason.
Yes.
That is the reason, yeah.
Oh man, it was a bummer. We haven't heard anything in 1 year now, and yesterday was the day I was so. For me, it was totally clear that they will inform us about news of GTA San Andreas. I mean, they had this gaming section in the keynote, and they talked about Among Us. They talked about this. What was the name of the
Behemoth?
BS of this game? And then I felt like, okay, now you will
Now it's
say
coming.
something about GTA, and you will say that it's on Quest now. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was it. No
Nothing.
GTA.
1
nothing.
year, nothing.
Nothing.
That's too long.
For me, it's dead.
Yeah, it's reasonable. It's reasonable to think it's dead. At least they should have like updated us about something to keep us excited.
Yeah.
I mean, 1 year we've been excited about nothing. I'm sure
Exactly.
people bought the Quest 2
Yeah.
because they were looking for it.
And yes, I've told them.
Yeah, get the Quest 2, right? It has GTA
Yeah,
soon.
really.
Yeah, I know.
And now, when I play Resident Evil 4 VR, when I have completed the game, then I will stop using the Quest because for me, there's nothing exclusive on the Quest anymore.
Yeah, that's strange. There's really not so many exclusive. Agreed. Thank you, Norman, for another super chat. Maybe Quest Pro is intended to compete with HoloLens. Yeah, of course, absolutely, could be. Yeah, it is like this. But yeah, the question is, do companies really need it? Yeah, we'll find out.
So why we have talked about another thing? Why we have believed that the Quest Pro is maybe a headset for consumers? We've talked about the name Quest.
Oh
for
man,
us,
I don't get it.
Yes, the Quest was always a thing about games. I mean, Quest
Pure
is
consumer headset.
yes,
Pure.
I mean the term Quest is from games
Yes.
to do quests.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes
Exciting
sense.
quests. Yeah.
But now it's Quest Pro. Why? It's like Sony would make a PlayStation for businesses.
Yeah, exactly. That is such a good example, Marco. Exactly, as if Sony would make like a business device, a business PC, right, with all cool business stuff, and they call it PlayStation Pro. It's super. It doesn't make sense at all. And yeah, somebody said that they are destroying their brand. I do think that they harm the Quest brand. The Quest brand was so beautifully targeted towards gamers, towards consumers. Just like also Oculus, it was just such a good brand for us VR enthusiasts, right? But gone too. But now calling this Quest, I really, really don't understand it, right? So why not use the name Cambria? We reused it already now, and they could start a whole new line of Cambria 1, Cambria 2, and it would always get better. And the Quest thing just is called Quest 2, Quest 3, and everybody knows what's going on. So calling this Quest makes me feel like, hey, probably I can game with it, and yeah, of course you can, but it doesn't have that product market fit. Not if the device works for 1 or 2 hours, and then needs to go back to the charging station, or you have to run around with a battery pack. And I really don't see the Quest Pro being so moddable. You know, okay, here you can put the Bobo there, but I don't see people putting Bobos on that beautiful black one-piece design. Or what do you think?
They will, as they recognize
the need for it.
Yes. I mean, for me, it's always better to have the power bank in the pocket.
Okay.
As the device is then lighter. I mean, on the Quest 2, it was a whole other story, as we needed the balance. So it was important that we have a balance counterweight at the back of the headset. But with the Pico 4, the Quest Pro, there's the main battery on the back, so no need for that. And then I would always use the power bank in my pocket. But then I have a Quest Pro. I mean, we've talked about it just a few minutes ago with, 4 hours of battery life. And my batteries of the controllers, they will be they will be dead after like 2 hours or maybe 3 hours.
Yeah, it's strange. Also, yeah, I'm wondering, is there anybody who's going to buy those controllers? Because you also can buy them by yourself, right? Without the Quest Pro. So do you see Quest 2 users who are going to buy controllers for 300 euros?
I mean,
350 euros. Yeah.
In my opinion, every Quest 2 owner will wait for review.
Right.
If a review would say, "Wow, now everything is different," I won't believe that this is the case. But I mean, we will see. But if someone will argue that this is worth it, I mean, then technically there's someone who will buy it. But come on, it's the same price as the Quest 2 one year ago, a few months ago.
Or instead of buying those Quest Touch Pro controllers, they just add like 80 euros here in Germany, instead of buying those controllers, they get the Pico 4, right? They get the Pico
Exactly.
4
With a nice head strap.
with a nice head strap and also really good controllers that hold 80 hours. Yeah, 80 hours as compared to 2 or 3 or what. So
Exactly.
that is a really interesting question. And yeah, that is a good segue to talk about the next topic and question in mind. Now with the Quest Pro being such a letdown, honestly speaking, for us enthusiasts, do you believe now is the time for Pico to get lots of market share? Do you think people are going to pick this up now? Have they waited for this Meta Connect to happen?
I mean, we've talked about the same question on the German board meeting before, but
Yeah,
there
right.
it was a different answer. I
Okay.
mean, we have talked to Germans, and the Quest is not available, and even not the Quest Pro in Germany, unfortunately. So the Pico 4 is a winner in Germany, as
In
it is
Germany, yeah.
available in Germany.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Like easily available.
Exactly. Normal in the store, you can buy it, you can pick it up. And now we're talking to the worldwide audience, so
Right.
it's different to
You're right.
for every viewer here. I mean, so when we look at the North America market, Pico, you need to go there
Now.
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 Every day counts, in my opinion.
You're so right.
Yes. So the Germans, at least the Germans, but maybe a few others as well, they've waited for the Meta Connect, as when there was just one hint of a Quest 3 in the next month, they won't buy the Pico 4. They would cancel their pre-orders, or
Agreed.
they would
Yes.
not consider to buy it. But after the keynote, we had a lot of polls in our live streams and on our Discord servers that if people will buy the Pico 4 now after they have shown the Meta Connect. And they answered, yes, now I will buy the Pico 4. Yes, so in my opinion, Pico has to go to the US market, to the North America market now. As
Now.
I think at least one person
Yes.
would also buy the Pico 4 now after the Meta Connect.
I think
Yes.
so.
So
I really think so.
what are your feelings about that?
Yeah, my feeling is that in the markets where the Pico 4 is being sold, here in Europe and in the UK and in some Asian countries, it is going to be a huge success, because now they are basically in a blue ocean. It's not a red ocean. It's like the competitor is the Quest 2, but it's 2 years old, and the hardware is simply better. It is simply better, and obviously so, right? Because it's 2 years younger and it is even cheaper. So ByteDance, the mother company of Pico, they have the money. They are like making this price possible, and it is simply a fact that many people are going to buy it. I'm sure. I can tell here from our German audience. I can tell from the feedback that I get from the UK viewers of this channel who are picking this up, and I can also even tell from the US Americans who are watching this channel and who comment like, hey, I want it. I want to get it. And you can import it, right? You can still buy it from Amazon Co. UK or Amazon DE, and they are going to send it to you. And most probably it is going to work. But of course, it's better to buy it locally. Hopefully.
Exactly.
So hopefully, Pico is going to launch in the US. I do now have the feeling it is going to happen, because they must also see that opportunity, right? Because right now, until the launch of the Quest 3, it is their huge window of opportunity to get
Exactly.
as much market share as possible. When the Quest 3 is there, it's probably going to be cheap and good and exactly what people want right now, right? Then it's going to be tough. But now they could sell so many Pico 4s to people, and I believe they will. And actually, I've now changed my thought process about why Pico is not selling it over in America, in the US or North America. Before I thought like, okay, probably it does have some political reasons. But now I believe they simply want to have enough product. I think they simply cannot produce enough Pico 4s. I do believe they're selling them like hotcakes now in the Europe market and in the Asian markets. And once they have enough production capacity to go for the American market, I believe they're going to do it.
Okay.
So I think it's going to happen. So the question is just when. And also, like they are building this structure, the structure. They have people in the States. They have offices. They are even having the Pico Studios that is in the States and not in Europe. So everything kind of like looks as if this is going to happen. So I do think it's happening at one point in time. The question is just when. That's what I feel that's my feeling right now. What is your feeling, Marco?
When Meta is bringing the Quest 3 to the US market or to the world,
it's tough, right?
In my opinion, the Pico 4 will not be the current device then. In my opinion, they will launch the Pico 5 immediately.
Right. Yeah, this
Yes.
might be. You're right. Absolutely.
I mean, we've seen the short-term launch after the Pico 3 launch here. I mean, it was the old device, the Pico Neo 3 Pro, but there was a reason why they wanted to launch the product in May. They wanted to launch the product for consumers in May, and just a few months later, they launched the Pico 4. So they have shown to me that they are very fast, and if they want to beat Meta, they will do it. They will try it.
Right.
They will do everything for it. So for me now, the Quest 4 is like the Quest 2.5, the Quest
Pico
2.9
4.
maybe, the Pico 4, yes.
Yes.
And let's say another. Let's say it's different. The Pico 4 is the Quest 3, but if the Quest 3 will launch, maybe Pico will bring the Pico 5, which is even better than the Quest 3. That could be.
You know what? I truly believe this is going to happen. And one of the reasons that points to that is that in their Chinese marketing materials, where they were kind of like teasing the Pico 4, it said in Chinese, "This is our annual VR flagship headset." Okay, so every year the next one is going to come. They are like super aggressive with that timing. So I totally agree with you. Once the Quest 3 comes out, probably the Pico 5 is just around the corner.
But is it a thing that a console-like device needs? I mean, imagine every year a new PlayStation would arrive.
Yeah, I know. It's a good.
Is it
it's a
good
great
for the
question.
ecosystem?
It's
for
a
the
good question.
fragmentation?
But that's a really great question. But I really think that right now in VR we are still at a moment where we can have so much of progress of new developments. So right now it still makes sense, I believe. And if they are still compatible, I see it more as a mobile phone market rather than the console market. Where, yes, we have a new iPhone every year. Does it do different things? A bit better, yes. And I believe, okay, probably the Pico 5 is not going to be like groundbreakingly better than this, but probably it is going to be a bit better in terms of new lenses, wider FOV, probably also the XR2 Plus that the Quest 3 and the Pro are getting. You know, it's just a little bit better, but it's enough to get people to buy it, and still all the games are compatible. Yep. So it makes sense. I truly believe you're right with your prediction of Pico 5 against Quest 3.
I hope Qualcomm will make new XR2 versions quicker than before. I mean, we have the XR2 like we know it, since 2020.
Yeah, right.
2020, and so now the XR Plus will be released in the Quest Pro. It looks like a custom version. I don't know. if other headsets will have the XR2 Plus as well. But the XR2 Gen 2 will be released in the next headsets, like the Quest 3 and maybe Pico 5. So for me, it only makes sense when they launch a new headset, a new standalone headset with a new chip. For me, it's not worth buying every year a new headset, for example, when it's just a little bit better, but when I cannot play games with a higher frame rate or with higher resolution.
Okay.
Because when they change something like the resolution, for example, we cannot use it when the chip is the same as the last year, for example.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So we do have some improvements, quality of life improvements, less screen door effect, or probably the colors look a bit better. So more like iterations rather than some complete revolutions.
Yeah.
But that's
Pico
okay.
10 versus Quest 5. Yes.
I think you and me, we are so enthusiastic about this whole topic. We would still buy it or for sure check it out. I mean,
we will
I
check
bought
it
the
out. Yeah.
Quest Pro. Yeah.
I mean, it's okay that you have bought the Quest Pro, but in the past it was very funny to see that you have bought the HTC headsets.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So what about HTC?
Oh yes,
Marco, I know that you are a big fan of the company.
Yes, I am. I own everything I can from HTC, as I think the products are lasting long. And yes, it's just always like
Perfect product market fit.
yes, you feel like there was always a smart engineer behind it and a nice management, and everything makes sense with HTC in my household here.
Yeah, of course. Like your meditation settings
Exactly.
have become so good now with
Every
the Vive
evening,
Flow.
Every evening I use the HTC Vive Flow with my iPhone. The first hint, yes. To use the meditation thing, because otherwise I cannot go to bed. Yeah,
Of course.
I need to calm down.
The perfect product market fit with the Vive Flow. Yeah, but honestly speaking, what's going to happen now? They have teased something, and then for some reason they keep on bringing up the Focus 3, right, on their tweets. So what does it mean? Is the thing that they're teasing, is it the Focus 3, but this time for consumers?
Yes.
But this can't be, Marco. I mean,
Of
come
course.
on.
Why are you asking yourself if this is a thing?
Yeah, you're right.
It's so clear.
It's
Everything
unbelievable.
of the past shows us that you have to think always about the worst thing they can do, and this is the product.
This is the problem. Unfortunately, you're right. Like they kind of like let us have hopes. Like before, when the HTC intern was doing this PR campaign, where they showed us some little pieces of something, and then the hopes get shattered when they reveal the thing that they're showing.
But only your hopes.
Yeah, you have given up on the hopes already.
I mean, when Pimax is releasing a new Pimax software, so it's not called PyTool anymore, then I expect that my 8KX will not work the same with the new software, of course. So for me, Pimax is just like, if you're a Pimax customer, you expect it, you love this behavior of Pimax, that you have to reconfigure everything. So your IPD, everything, you have to do everything again.
Everything, yeah.
That is something you would say, oh, nice, a new update, a new version. So I will get to it.
Right.
But from HTC, I would expect something like from other companies in the reality, not in my world. But normally I would, as a customer, would expect that I can buy HTC Vive headsets and use it like for nice quality VR.
That would be good.
But it's always a rip-off. It's always
very expensive.
It's always too expensive.
You're right.
The service is always garbage, and
Unfortunately, you're right.
yeah, and the product is not for everyone.
Yeah, it's still
I
surprising.
mean, I know
that
some
they,
people who still use the Vive Pro 2, but
Yeah.
sometimes I think the Vive Pro 2 is just in their hands anymore because they have missed to send it back.
I can imagine that some people like it, and actually, it grew on me after a while. But it still,
But
it still
is it
has
your daily driver?
no, not at all.
So why not?
Not at all. Yeah, because other headsets, which are
yeah.
much cheaper, are better. You're right.
It's
That's
always
a
the
good point.
question: is it your daily driver?
Yeah,
No,
you're right. It's not.
So
It's
then it's not
yeah.
a good headset. To be
Not good
honest.
enough. Not good enough for the price. Absolutely, you're right. So yeah, that is a problem. So HTC, yeah, it's surprising that they always come out with new headsets, right? It's that they're still.
Yes.
Although,
You wrote me a WhatsApp message and you said the trainee is working again. The
Yeah,
trainee
right.
is doing tweets again.
Right.
Is sending tweets again. And yes, I could not believe it, as I thought HTC's dead now. Everything was.
right after last time.
Yeah, but they're still alive. I don't know.
It's interesting.
The
It's
best
interesting.
question
So-
is if the consumer headset of the Vive Cosmos has the same microphone as of the HTC Vive Pro 2. I mean, the microphone was better in the Focus 3,
yeah, that was okay actually.
but
that was
in
that was
my
all right.
opinion, the consumer version of the Focus 3 will have again a bad microphone.
Yeah, because they
Otherwise,
thought
it
like, hey,
doesn't
that's for
make any
consumers.
sense.
This micro,
Yes.
we still have like 100,000 lying around of these microphones.
Exactly.
Let's use them.
Exactly. And I've met a person out of the community, and he totally disassembled the HTC Vive Pro 2. And he has sent me photos from it. He has seen that the microphone module, the microphone on the PCB,
Yeah.
has an imprint on it with 2016.
Okay. Yeah.
So
the
it
first
was-
microphone.
yes, the first microphone,
Of course.
exactly.
They bought so many of them. They need to use them.
So
Yeah, really. This is
so embarrassing
yeah. I know.
for them, in my opinion.
It always was. It always was. Yeah. So let's see what's going to happen with them. It's going to be interesting to watch it. Yeah. Last topic, Marco. Are you excited that the Pimax Crystal will be at the MRTV headquarters in November?
Yes, I am. I mean, to be honest, I'm not too excited, as of course I know Pimax. I mean, I have the 8KX here, like, I don't know, 3 months here or 2 months, and it does not bother me at all. So,
But this
to be
one- yeah,
honest,
okay.
it's not something I am looking forward to.
Okay.
But I'm looking forward always to new devices, and of course I will give Pimax a new chance here to calibrate the IPD to my eyes, maybe with the eye tracking. So of course I'm excited, and I mean, even with the HTC consumer device, of course I would like the product if the product is good. Of course.
Sure.
I would say, hey, everything is great now. HTC, they've learned that what they have done wrong in the past, and they've changed it. Of course, that would be a good video, good news. I would love it. But expectations versus reality,
Yeah.
yeah. So
I know.
with
We have to
the
watch it.
Crystal, it's something like with HTC. To be honest, I don't like that they have set the bar so high. I mean, HTC is not setting the bar as high as Pimax does. They don't.
Right.
HTC, they don't say we make the best headset in the world.
But they do
Pimax
think it
Frontier.
though. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's true. Like Pimax has set our expectations extremely high with that interesting presentations. But at least they had some nice presentations. You know, like we talked about it before in some stream where we said like, hey, actually that was quite nice, those presentations. Of course, they have to live up to it. but at least I'm happy that we will see some hardware that we can check out together and see if this new generation of Pimax headsets could actually solve some of the issues, right? I know, like you didn't have a good time with the 8KX generation, right? Because of the optical issue that many people face. But
To be
perhaps
honest,
this time it's
I
going to
had
be better.
no time at all with it. To be honest,
Okay.
it was just the barrier, the thing. I could not use the Pimax 8KX at all because I cannot look through it.
That's
it's-
what I meant. That's what I meant.
exactly.
So probably
So-
for the crystal, it's going to be a bit better.
Yes, I mean, I know the experience from other users that even if they love the optics, the 8KX and Pimax headset is not a good experience. It's not like plug and play. It's not like, when we imagine, Sebastian, when we play, I don't know, a Hyper Dash match, and then I suggest or you suggest to switch to, I don't know, Onward or Contractors. Then I say, I don't have Contractors, but I will download it, I will buy it, but I will configure it like for 2 hours before we can play, because every game has to be configured for the Pimax headsets. I mean,
Right,
it's a
right.
little bit. I mean,
But that-
I will.
but that
I describe
also-
a little bit.
Too much.
Too much. But you get my.
I get what you mean.
Yeah,
I get what you mean. But it did get better with the new Pimax experience, where things are pre-configured. So it did get better.
Yeah, you
Check
you
it
have
out,
to
man.
turn on
have
the
to check it
parallel
out.
projection often.
Yeah, but
Sometimes
this-
you see.
I get it.
Yes,
I get it. But this new Pimax experience system, those things are pre-configured for all the games. So it did get better. Let's give
Yeah.
Pimax some credit here. Check it out, man. You have it lying there. Check it out. Perhaps you will like it.
I mean, I'm looking forward to November.
Yeah,
It's
right.
Not far away. So
Exactly.
I would love to test the crystal.
Okay.
I mean, I just say maybe if people hear me saying that the crystal is now a great headset, everything's fine, this would
Yeah.
be awesome, to be honest.
That would be that would be awesome. This would be awesome. Yeah, we will see, and I'm looking forward to us checking out this new headset. We've been waiting for it for so long, so it is simply time now to get it into the hands of people to see, is it worth it, the $1,900, which now seem kind of reasonable next to the 1,800 Quest Pro. Yep, so probably it's a chance for Pimax to get more devices into the hands of people. Yeah, let's see. We'll find out soon. So it's exciting times in the VR market right now. I'm looking forward to find out, what's going to happen. Does Pico go to the US market? How will they do here in Europe? It feels like they're doing fine. How's the Quest Pro going to be? PSVR 2 is around the corner. Exciting times.
Oh yes, PSVR 2.
Yeah, this is going to be a big factor as well.
Nice.
Right. Anything more to talk, or can we close our board meeting for today?
I think that we will have something to talk about in the next weeks and the next
Sure.
month. And
Yes.
then we will see each other again in the next MRTV board meeting here on MRTV.
Exactly.
So it was nice to have a chat here with you, Sebastian, about
Absolutely,
just
Marco, like
internal
always.
stuff.
Exactly.
And, yes,
Not for
also-
the ears of other people.
Exactly. No, just kidding. Nice that you were here. And yes, let us know maybe
Thumbs up.
afterwards in the comments. Exactly, the thumbs up, of course. Afterwards in the comments, what you think about those topics we just discussed. And yes, we're excited we're excited for new content here on MRTV. So stay tuned.
Exactly. Absolutely subscribe to this channel and hope you enjoyed being in this board meeting. And if yes, give it a thumbs up. Do leave your comments. And yeah, we're simply looking forward to bring you more content in the future.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.